Hello, Wisconsin. My name is Thomas Hill, and I made the sculpture Running Heron in this year's Birds in Art exhibit. I live in San Francisco, California, with my husband Mike and our two dogs. As you can probably tell by my accent, I'm not originally from California. I grew up in England and moved to the US nearly 20 years ago. One of the great things about living in San Francisco is the abundance of bird life. Even though I live in a very urban-feeling part of the city, I'm just a couple of blocks away from Golden Gate Park. I'm at the eastern end of the park, which extends for about 3.5 miles and ends up at the Pacific Ocean. I run in Golden Gate Park most days and often pass Stowe Lake, an artificial boating lake created for a World's Fair type event in the late 1800s, and now home to a colony of great blue herons. Generally speaking, I see them hunting, gophers, etc., flying or clambering about high up on Heron Island where they nest. I have a library of sketchbooks going back about 25 years, which I refer back to as inspiration, and then work from a variety of drawings, sometimes made a couple of decades apart. I have a nice library of bird and animal books, and am working on drawing from memory. The Running Heron piece was partly made from a memory drawing of seeing the same heron land at the same spot several times. I choose to work in wire as it is so closely related to my drawing practice. I like that there is a seamless link between the two and three-dimensional work. A series of drawings informs a sculpture, which in turn give new ideas for drawings. The wire can be lightly forged to give a little extra visual weight, in the same way that you might turn a pen to give a little extra width in your ink line. I feel that, for me, wire is the perfect medium to create sculptures of birds. It is ideal for creating different textures and for using line to imply form and weight. The scratchiness of the material in some ways is ideal for the abrupt and jerky movements that birds can make, for suggesting a beady eye or a wind-blown crest. The steel wire that I use is the same wire that is used on construction sites to tie rebar. It's a cheap but wonderful material and comes in a variety of thicknesses which I can use depending on the size of the piece and the weight of the line I wish to evoke. I like the fact that my work doesn't tell you the whole story. I don't describe every feather or detail. Whole sections of the bird might be described with a single line. I really think this helps to imply movement, as if the bird just passes you for a few moments and you're left with the impression of feathers and maybe just a flash of an eye.